Have you ever wondered, why do some people study less, have fun more, and still top the class, while you grind day and night, sacrifice sleep, skip outings, and still struggle to keep up? Is it because they are smarter than you? No. Is it because they are lazier? Definitely not. The only difference? How they study. It's time to face the truth. If you're thinking, I just need to study longer, pull more all-nighters, and I'll eventually succeed, let me burst that illusion right here. You can study 5, even 8 hours a day. But if you study the wrong way, it's like pouring water into a leaky bucket. You're draining your energy, you're wasting your precious time, and if you keep doing this, you'll find yourself stuck in an endless loop of studying harder but getting nowhere. I've been there too. I'm not just talking theory. I'm talking from experience. One night, before a crucial psychology exam, I resolved to do it right. I embarked on a 12-hour study marathon, highlighting every sentence in my textbook, even the unimportant ones, reading every chapter 2 or 3 times, taking pages of notes, color-coordinated like a work of art. At 3 a.m., I collapsed on my bed, feeling both proud and exhausted. But when I entered the exam room, I was empty. I fumbled. I failed. That night taught me a painful but sobering lesson. Being busy does not equal being productive. You can highlight an entire book. You can fill a notebook with copy. But if your strategy is wrong, you're lost from the start. Your brain is not a sponge. You can't just dump more information into your mind and expect it to stick. Your brain is more like a muscle. It needs targeted training. It needs structured rest. It needs smart strategies to grow stronger. Studying effectively is not about studying more. It's about studying smarter. A simple formula to remember: real learning equals amount of information times retention rate. If you study for 5 hours but retain only 10%, it's like you truly studied for just 30 minutes. But if you study for 1 hour and retain 50%, you've already won. You have a choice. Do you want to be ahead or keep running in circles forever? Trust me, you don't need more hours. You need better strategy. For years, I struggled just to stay average. B's and C's haunted my report card. I studied harder than most people, yet my results were worse. Not because I lacked intelligence, but because I was studying the wrong way, and it seemed to backfire on my brain. Then, I decided to make a change. I spent 2 full days researching and distilling the basic methods used by many successful people that I could find. And I began doing practice problems. Instead of just reading theory, I dove into solving exercises and assignments, and most importantly, I embraced making mistakes. Every mistake became a lesson. When you confront your own errors, you remember better and learn much faster. Explaining concepts out loud. I started turning lessons into spoken words, as if I were teaching a friend, or sometimes just talking to myself in the mirror. When you have to explain something, your brain is forced to organize, process, and filter information. And that's one of the most powerful ways to learn actively. Applying theory to real-life situations. Instead of rote memorization, I asked myself, where in real life could this knowledge be useful? Whether it was math, psychology, or history, when you connect a subject to something real and familiar, you understand it more deeply and remember it longer. The result? My retention rate jumped from 10% to 40%. Repeating this process over time, now it's around 80%. As a result, my study time was cut in half. And my grades? For the first time in my life, straight A's.
Nice.
A smarter study plan. Start today. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. You don't have to throw away your books or start from scratch. All you need is a small plan, one that's consistent and headed in the right direction. Here are 6 simple but incredibly effective steps to help you study smarter every day. 1. Study in short, focused sessions Instead of grinding for 4 to 5 hours straight until your brain is fried, break your study time into shorter sessions of 25 to 60 minutes. The Pomodoro technique works great. During each session, focus on just one specific task, like reviewing vocabulary, solving problems, or doing exercises. Then take a 5 to 10 minute break to let your brain recover. This helps you stay alert, avoid burnout, and learn far more efficiently than marathon sessions. 2. Test yourself before reviewing. Instead of diving straight into the textbook, try closing the book, closing your eyes, and actively recalling what you already know about the topic. This technique, active recall, strengthens memory far more than passive rereading. Try writing it down, saying it out loud, or using flashcard apps like Anki or Quizlet to quiz yourself. 3. Target your weak spots. Many people waste hours reviewing what they already understand while ignoring the parts they're still unsure about. Take time to identify knowledge gaps, figure out what's unclear, and focus directly on those areas. Smart studying means hitting the target, not studying more, but studying right. 4. Use active learning methods. Don't just read passively and hope it sticks. Interact with the material. Solve practice problems, especially realistic ones. Teach the material to someone else, or even to yourself. Create Q&A flashcards and review them after a few days. When you engage, analyze, and explain, you learn more deeply and remember longer. 5. Connect the dots. Don't treat each lesson as a random, isolated chunk. Ask yourself, how does this relate to the previous topic? How does it connect to real life or other subjects? Build mind maps, concept charts, or simply rewrite lessons in your own words to strengthen connections. Your brain remembers networks, not standalone facts. 6. Quick review before sleep. Spend 5 to 10 minutes before bed quickly reviewing the key points you studied that day. You can skim your flashcards, glance at your notes, or just mentally recap the main ideas. While you sleep, your brain naturally consolidates and transfers information from short-term to long-term memory. This is a powerful rest-while-learning trick. Studying smart isn't hard. You just need to start with small changes and begin today. Now ask yourself, do you want to keep running in the same old circle? Keep feeling exhausted, frustrated, and stuck? Or are you ready to turn the page, to walk a path that's smarter, smoother, and lighter? You don't need to sacrifice your health, your sleep, or your joy to succeed. You just need to study the right way. And the best time to start is today, right now. Your journey toward effortless and successful learning begins the moment you decide to study with your brain, not against it.